Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Black Knights Weekly. I'm Nick DeSanctis, bringing you along for a closer look inside Army athletics. This week, we'll meet a member of the Army track team originally from Uganda, talk to the head Army swimming coach, as well as head over to Crystal Arena for some X's and O's. We'll start today with our Cadet Spotlight. Isaac Weir, member of the Army track and field team, is competing this winter for the first time. Never done track, never done field events, originally from Uganda. Had the chance to talk to Isaac and get his story and how he ended up at West Point.
My birth parents are good friends with some American missionaries, and when my parents passed away, my brothers and I got adopted by the missionaries, and so that's how I ended up in the United States. And during high school, I thought I was just going to go to a regular state college, and I'd applied to Clemson, and that's where I was going to go, but my mom talked me into applying to West Point, so that's how I ended up over here. Well, my brother used to teach here, and I'd been here several times, and so that was my first exposure to West Point. And during the whole application process, I got to learn more about what West Point was and what it really stood for, and that made me really interested in coming here. I guess it's a pretty big accomplishment, but I don't really take credit for it. I've had hope all along, so probably my parents. So if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be where I am right now. They took me into their home, me and my brothers, and they gave me a great education and set me on the right path. I'd have to say the athletes on the track team. I've never done track before, and they took me in, and they were patient with me, and they helped me learn everything I was supposed to do, and it wasn't easy at first, because I didn't know the names of different drills. I didn't know how to do any of the drills, but they were patient with me, and they helped me learn the stuff that I needed to learn. I mean, that's what I'm here for ultimately, is to be an officer. So I've thought about it a little bit, but I'm still not exactly sure what I want to do in the Army or anything like that quite yet. Growing up, I had nothing, and being able to come here and have this opportunity, I have a chance to make something out of my life that I never would have if I stayed in Uganda.
In this week's X's and O's segment, rather than go to the whiteboard, we're switching things up a little bit. We have a chance to take you inside an Army men's basketball practice as we had Zach Spiker mic'd up on Tuesday as his team prepared for a contest on Wednesday against Holy Cross.
I got two potential inbounders here. The ball gets back to you in pressure. You're going to get fouled and go to the line, just like you did the other day. Yeah. All right? That's what you got to understand. If you're in a game, a lot of times you could be taking the ball out. You're going to get fouled because you're ball handler. All right? I got examples for everybody why free throws are important. I'm equipped. Come on, Max. These are big. On the road, Max. Win the game. Go. Free throws. We're dialed into practice right here. This is win the game mode. 5 minutes of free throws here. Win the game. How you doing? You get a workout in today? No. Workout? You guys work out yet?
No, we actually won't do that after.
What are you going to do?
We're doing an APFT workout. We're prepped for the APFT next month.
Hey, when you guys go in for the IOCT, can I get in on that? Why are you laughing?
No, you can definitely join us if you want.
I'm not offended. I'm not offended. You don't think I could do the IOCT?
I definitely think you can do it. You got this.
5 minutes? What's my time to beat?
I think the 3:30 is good. Yeah. 3:30 is the latest.
My age group. Kidding.
Yeah.
I like just to pass it and be like, when someone failed, hey, you couldn't pass that? I passed that. Like it 23, like how you're moving. Way to elevate right there. It looks good. Even your misses look good. Good job. Come on, rebounders, work. Get some shots, rebounders. Every pass has a name, Herbie! Bang! Every... Yeah, I'll go. You want me to go? Turn over. Good. Trace it, good. Good, Max. Hey, make sure you're focused, all right? Don't just go through the motions. Be focused. Let's go. Hey, your energy, you're talking. Your talk is pretty good. Don't confuse energy and talk with being productive. All right? Don't skip steps right now. Every pass, high hand closeout, sprint to the gap. You're on the tape line. You're talking hot, and you're exploding right there. Explode to the ball. Move on daylight. Let's go. Good. Come on, quicker. Good. Get over here. Good job. Hey, make sure what do we need to have? Ball screen. The screener and the guy in the ball, they got to stop it. Everybody else needs to be ready to rotate and help. We got to have weak side guy has to what? Stunt. Get up there and help out. No matter, they run a million different screens. You got to be active, and you got to not let them get to the screen. All right? They don't get to the screen, there's no ball screen defense needed. It's just you and the guy. That's where we're good. That's why you've been really good. They will throw it to the post guy in the shuffle. Like, it's not just double. Like, 90% of the teams run false action. They'll stand here and post you up. So make sure you guard this first. Okay. Like it, Gold. Good job. Maybe a charge. Maybe. You're working though. I like how hard we're working. Good job. Sears, blow the horn.
Let's get a break right here. Let's get a break.
Gee whiz. Must be a really special play. It took 2 minutes to draw up.
They're trying to get some rest.
Is that what it is?
They're about to break. Let's go.
Gold, you're running on right away. You're not letting the ball get in. You're not letting it get in. You're making a difference because it's hard to get the ball in. You're making a difference because you're turning them multiple times in the back court. Even if they don't turn it over, you're wearing them down.
In this week's Army One-on-One, we had the chance to sit down with the head coach of the Army swimming program, Mickey Wender. Coach Wender, a swimmer in his own right, competes in triathlons. We asked him how he got involved in swimming in the first place, how he became a head coach, as well as what it was like to serve as a coach at the Olympics in Beijing.
I started swimming late. I was very fortunate to kind of be a multi-sport athlete growing up. I got to do a lot of things, and my family provided a ton of opportunities. And I had a back injury. I broke a bone in my back, and I had the big body brace and all that. And I got into swimming for rehab for that, and I loved it. It went well. Swam in college. I was a pretty average Division I swimmer, I would say, but had an amazing career and always knew I wanted to be a coach. Didn't know at first what sport, but I always knew that I would end up coaching, and just had a tremendous experience with my college coach and all of the swimming coaches in particular that I had gotten to know had a tremendous impact. I got out of college and still competed. I did triathlons, Ironmans, adventure races, things like that. So I spent a year as a elementary PE teacher, and realized that I wanted to get into college coaching. I applied for a bunch of Division I, II, and III assistant jobs, and ended up going to Cal State Northridge to work for Pete Accardi, who was Division II Coach of the Decade. He was 13-time national champion team, and had just an amazing experience at Cal State Northridge, where I got my master's degree. Went from there to UC Santa Cruz, which is the Division III school. We had a lot of success. Took a team that had no NCAA qualifiers to perennial top 10. I think we finished as high as 6th at Division III NCAA champion, and had a lot of people swim well. Was very fortunate that the athletic director at the University of Washington took an interest in me. And when their head coaching position opened in '98, they brought me to Seattle, and I coached the Huskies from '98 to '06. 8 amazing years in Seattle. We loved it, and really had no interest in doing anything else until Kevin Anderson, the athletic director from West Point, called, and he asked me if I'd be interested. I asked my wife, and she said, "West Point, what's West Point?" And I explained to her, and she said, "There's no way." And then I called Kevin back and said, "Look, we're very happy, and you know, not really interested." And he says, "Well, can we come talk to you?" So one of the ADs, Nate Pine, came to Seattle, and we met with him, and my wife said, "This, for 4 out of 5 of us," Grace wasn't born yet, she said, "this would be the most amazing opportunity." So we came out, and it was 4th of July weekend, and as you can imagine, fireworks and parades and everything going on. And I was sold, just local guy, grew up not far from here, my family's nearby, and have always been just enthralled with the military in this place. And so been here 8 years. Triathlons were good. I was better at the longer ones. 10:42 was my PR in an Ironman, which is a respectable time. My goal really in any sport was to qualify for a world championship. It wasn't going to happen in swimming. I thought in triathlon I had a good shot. The Hawaii Ironman is the world championship for that sport. Went 10:42, whatever it was, and I missed qualifying for Hawaii by 48 seconds and was a little bit disillusioned. And then I got into adventure racing, which is this weird kind of fringe sport where you're out, you know, for a week at a time doing different things, and was lucky to get earn a spot on this team called Santa Cruz Adventure Racing, and we went to the '96 Eco Challenge, which was a big event. Discovery Channel put this thing on, and we were the Americans to first finish in the top 10. We beat a team of Navy SEALs and Army Rangers, and I'd say that was probably, that particular event was my peak, so to speak, of my competitive days. Chance to be a part of that, and just everything about that experience was spectacular. You know, from the airplane ride over and getting to be with Olympians. You know, in my line of work, having an opportunity to be a part of the Olympic experience is a peak moment, and I loved every bit of it. From marching and opening ceremonies with the American Samoas to hanging out with Coach Krzyzewski and LeBron James and the Dream Team down inside the Olympic Stadium before the games began, to getting to go and visit and see all the different venues and different sports, and to be present physically at each of Michael Phelps's 8 gold medal swims was thrilling. To have our little team perform well and break some national records and do what they did was great. It was an amazing experience. They're the best part of this place. The people, and not just the cadets, although I have profound respect for young people that choose this life and that have made a commitment to serve their country and to protect me and my family. You know, I have a wife and 4 young children, and September 11th, I'm sure for a lot of us had a profound effect on me, and I'll never forget being on the pool deck that morning out in Seattle and finding out about it and knowing that my sister, who worked in the Twin Towers, was probably there, and the process of tracking her down and how lucky she was to have been late to work that day, and that my brother-in-law found her and got her out of there before the buildings collapsed. Just the whole thing was very real to me, and so in a very small way, I feel that I'm doing a tiny part to help our country and to help these young people who are going to go out and defend us to me is priceless. I can't imagine a better job in what I do, to have not just an opportunity to develop athletes and to create a program and a team, but to work with people that are going to go out and do great things for our country is an incredible honor. And the people that I've gotten to meet and live with and be with here have become some of the best friends I've ever had. I feel so blessed and fortunate that this happened for us.
Thanks so much for joining us on this week's edition of Black Knights Weekly. Remember to like the Black Knights on Facebook. You can follow Army Athletics at Army Athletics on Twitter, as well as at Army Multimedia for the latest content from Night Vision. Until next time, I'm Nick DeSanctis. Go Army.